What up, Ninja Nation? It's Bowman 9000, aka the Chumba Ninja, and I'm coming back with you guys today for NBA 2K21. Now, I know what you're saying. Every single content creator's out here creating the best build, X amount of badges, this and that, but they're all kind of for the same type of persons, either for your big men who obviously want to be scoring inside, etc. I haven't really seen one for a shooting big, so I may look into that if those still exist in 2K21. I think they do. As well as people who are lockdowns who don't want to be tied down to just playing defense and not being able to shoot and not being able to drive to the basket. So this build, if you're like me on my pro-am team, I run the primary lockdown position, but I'm also the secondary ball handler. That's a very unique role to have. Most people have their lockdown and secondary ball handlers split up between two different players, but I actually am both on my squad. I made this very similar build last year. I forget, oh snap, what was it called? That build last year was a facilitating finisher. We started to see those more towards the middle and towards the end of NBA 2K20. But I made mine in such a way that I had a good enough 3-ball I can cash consistently. And not like, 5 for 10. I'm like 8 out of 10 on almost every game I play. So that build was a beast. He got contact dunks. He could dribble. He couldn't speed boost. But this one in 2K21 will be able to do everything. He's going to be able to hit a jump shot consistently unless Ronnie or Mike Wang dropped the 3-point so far down that you can't do it. But I'll show you guys how I made this build. Let's take a look. So this is a secondary ball handler, excuse me. In the park, he should be able to operate as a primary ball handler. I don't see why not. He's gonna have all the good stats. He's gonna be able to do dribble moves and speed boost. He can get to the cup. He can lay it up, whatever you want. So no need to have another point guard with you. If you're gonna run park, this is nice. You can lock up the other opponent as well as get buckets yourself and dot up your teammates, right? What good is a ball handler if you're not gonna dot up your teammates? So yes, the best off-ball position for playing defense in my unique stance on my team is to make a point guard. So that's what we're gonna do. Last year he was a shooting guard. This time we're gonna be a point guard. Let's get it on. So the first chart you're gonna be presented with is obviously which ones you need to pick one, your red, green, blue, yellow, whatever. Just like last year, this is going to be a red and yellow, primarily red and yellow. They do have the new one that's like 40-40 or what have you. I checked it out. It wasn't too much. You couldn't do too much with it. It basically took 2 away from all the other positions to give you that extra little bump in the bigger slot of the pie. So I just went ahead with the regular red yellow pie chart. This also thing to note about the other 40-40 pie chart or the 60-40 pie chart, whatever you want to call it, is that you cannot get Hall of Fame badges in 2 different categories. You will only be able to get Hall of Fame badges in the bigger slice of the pie. And so since I'm a secondary ball handler as well as the primary lockdown, I want both. So that's automatically out of the question. I need both things to happen. So continuing on. So we're gonna get to the physical profile. Same as last year. A lot of this stuff is the same as last year, but you guys didn't get to see this build because I didn't actually show you. I thought I made it too late and nobody really wanted to see that. So here we are. Physical profile is the second one from the bottom. You'll be able to tell because it has extremely high vertical. This is the highest vertical you'll be able to get. So right here, you'll see an 88 vertical marked also with a 91 speed. Already, you're gonna start off being able to get a 91 speed, but we're gonna touch up on that, okay? We're gonna do a little something. So this next slide is boom. This is the most important slide you need to worry about here in this video. So when I made this as a first off, I made this as a small forward. It was like, all right, but I already kind of knew the deal. Like I probably need to make this guy a shooting guard at least. So I made it as a shooting guard. The badges worked out close to this, but actually you get the most amount of badges for being a point guard. So why wouldn't you? You're gonna be handling the ball and you're gonna be playing lockdown. You need the speed. Why not make a point guard and get the extra badges? So here we are. This build automatically starts you off. You'll be able to get 8. There's a way you can do this to get 8 finishing badges, as well as 21 defensive badges. But I said, you know what? Last year I only needed 2 gold finishing badges. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I don't need those extra 8. I got to save a bunch of points by doing that. So I put finishing down to 6. So you'll see here, and I got that extra little defensive badge up to 22. Last year I had 20. And I had a little bit less playmaking as well. So this build is a W. So you'll see here, close shot to 77, driving layup all the way max to 84, driving dunk also max to 77. Now you're gonna say, Bowman, I thought you said that you could dunk on this build. I promise you, we're gonna get to that. You're gonna be able to dunk. I wouldn't leave you high and dry like that. I'm not gonna do you dirty, but max out the driving dunk all the way, 77, put all the way up. Standing dunk, we don't need that, no. Post hook, we don't need that. But what I will tell you is, just like last year, the close shot rating does hide the standing layup. This is something that I asked Mike Wang in a tweet prior to NBA 2K20 coming out, and he did confirm that your standing layup rating is included in your close shot, which is why you'll see many builds have a high close shot. They just basically give it to you because what NBA player can't hit a standing layup? I mean, come on, right? You're an NBA player. So moving on to the shooting. You're gonna get a 74, max it all out. This doesn't matter. Max out all the mid-range, all the 3-point, all the way the free throw up to 82. Right now, the 3-point doesn't look great. You know, Mike Wang's tweeting out there saying, yo, you're not gonna be able to shoot like you did with a 50. You're gonna need a 70 to 75 3 ball if you wanna be successful. Try to make this build with a 75 3 ball. It's not possible. Basically, 2K said if you're going to want to have Hall of Fame defense, you can dunk, but you won't be able to shoot. If you want to have Hall of Fame finishing, you're not going to be able to shoot. You can get Hall of Fame shooting and Hall of Fame playmaking, but that contact, like, you can still get Hall of Fame finishing, don't get me wrong, but will you get that 85 driving dunk so that you can get your elite contact dunks? No, you will not. They make it really hard. They try to make sure that it's not OP. Like the two-way slashing playmaker of old, they make sure to nerf that. That's not, you're not gonna be able to do that. Some other build, a different configuration, you might ease up a little bit here and there on some other things that you wanted. But this is how I had to do it. Pass accuracy, it's at a 78. Ball handling, the playmaking is very important. Do not mess this up. Put your pass accuracy at 78. Put your ball handling at 87. Don't mess around. I did this. I messed around with the playmaking before, and as you see, when we move ahead, you're gonna be losing a couple of those ball handlings, and you wanna make sure you don't screw yourself out of being able to speed boost. That's the whole reason why you put it up this high in the first place, is to be able to speed boost later on in the game. So yeah, 78 pass accuracy, 87 ball control. Post moves, we don't need them. Come on, we're a point guard. Stop it. Interior defense. Don't max this out, put this up to 51. You'll see our perimeter defense and lateral quickness are both at an 85. Those are maxed out. You basically want to max out almost everything in defense because you want the badges. That's the whole point. Steal, max out to 91. Block, you don't get it that high, it goes to 54, but max it out anyway. You're gonna need the badges. Your offensive rebound, only put this up to 52. It doesn't go that high. Really, you might get up to like a 60, low 60s, but really, you're gonna grab offensive board with a 60, maybe with a high vert like you do have, but you're gonna have to sacrifice something. And so you can move down interior defense and offensive rebound without losing that 20-second badge that we worked so hard to get. So you can put those down and max out your defensive rebound up to 72. So we're gonna move ahead to the next screen here. Obviously, we're part of the Burley gang. You want to make your My Player look as big as humanly possible. He's a lockdown. I want you to feel the fact that I'm standing in front of you. You're not just gonna go past me, like, right? I'm not Pat Beverly, all right? You can't just like move me to the side and I just flop, okay? Listen, it's Burley gang. We're gonna do this, so we don't spend too much time on that. Moving on. So since it's a point guard, they start you off, I think, at 6'3". You can make a 6'8" point guard. They said that. Don't do it. I mean, play with it just to see what happens, man. It's insane. No, I would never do it. Don't do it, especially not on this build. So you're gonna move the height up to 6'5". You're gonna lose 1 speed, 1 acceleration, or maybe 2 acceleration. You're gonna lose the strength, but that's fine because you're gonna get your +1 to driving dunk, bring it up to 78, which is super important. You want that 78. You want to go from 77 on the previous screen to 78 on this screen. The standing dunk +1 doesn't matter. Like I warned you guys of earlier, you're going to lose some ball handle. So you're down to 84 at this point. You're down -3 because you went to 6'5". You're still gonna be able to speed boost, don't worry about it. Because you're a little bit taller, obviously your interior defense goes up, but we don't care about that. You did lose a steal, but it's fine. Don't chase that number. You're totally cool. Blocks, 57. Offensive rebound, you get a +2. The defensive rebound, you get a +2 up to 74. Not bad. Don't worry about it. I'm going to tell you the secret to how this build works and why once we get to the next screen. Well, the screen after this. We're going to move the weight all the way down to minimum. All the way down, 175 pounds. You lose -4 to interior defense, but we've been saying all video that we don't need that anyway. And that's it. You're gonna get your acceleration back up to 91, so it was just 1 below the speed anyway. And you lose a bit more strength, but in 2K20, strength didn't matter. In 2K19, strength didn't matter. So on current gen 2K21 with the My Player Builder looking exactly the same, I'm gonna say that strength doesn't matter either until they prove me wrong. So now we're gonna move on to the next screen. Boom, max wingspan. You're locked down. What are you doing if you don't have max wingspan? If you're trying to make a different type of build, you still need to have the max wingspan, and then bam, there's your 81 driving dunk. You're gonna be cool. I'm gonna explain all the little differences about what you're gonna see on the screen here. We're gonna go through it right now. So the secret to this build is going to be having a 99 overall, which of course everybody wants to strive for. If it's the same as 2K20, it should be pretty easy once you get to 95 to blow through some My Career games and get yourself up to at least a 98, and then you have to like really drag through the rest of the games to get to 99 without losing it. So yeah, this works at having 99 overall, and I play Pro-Am. My guys have roles on their team. So our shooter, who has the highest 3-point shooter, he is going to be having Hall of Fame floor general. So that's +4 to every offensive stat that you see here, including your playmaking. Then our power forward is going to have defensive leader, also Hall of Fame. She's gonna be rocking out. So we're gonna get +4 from that as well, and that's what makes this build go. So I'm gonna have a shot close of 89 when all this is said and done, the 99 +4 general. That's good enough, right? 89, you should be able to hit those. Driving layup all the way up to 92, we're looking good. Obviously, you know, if you're going to play some Pro-Am, you're gonna buy your boost. I'm sure the boost stand is gonna be there. Your driving dunk. So this is super important why you should not mess this up. You want it to say 81 on this screen so that when you get to 99 overall, you can equip the elite contact dunks on your own. You don't want to have to depend on 2K blessing you with an elite contact dunk in the middle of a game. Just equip it yourself by putting this to 81 and getting that at 99 overall. Then it'll also be up to an 89 rating in game once floor general kicks in. So you get a +4 little extra bonus, but you want to make sure to get your contact dunk animations at 99 overall. So that's important. So the mid-range shot is going to be 79. Compared to this build basically last year, is going to be 1 underneath my 99 rating with floor general. The 3-point shot, 72. I was rocking out with a 74 3-point shot once you tacked on the 99 overall and the floor general in 2K20. -2, I should be able to withstand that. I'm a very confident shooter. On this build, you're gonna have to be a confident shooter. You're gonna have to absolutely learn your jump shot, but once you learn it, you're gonna be good to go. We don't know how much of a percentage the regular shot mechanics are. Like obviously you don't get a boost if you're using the regular meter based off timing, but you do get a boost if you use the no meter at all option. That's still available in 2K21. So that's the tier 1 of boost. Tier 2 of boost is using the new shot mechanics with the new shot meter where you have to aim to the left and right. And then the top tier of boost is using the new shot mechanic bar along with hitting L2 or R2 midway to lock in your aim, basically being ultra confident that you've already got it lined up in the center and you're good to go. You're gonna lock it down early. But hopefully, you know, I'm gonna try both of them. I'm gonna try them all. I've been practicing a lot in 2KU on the demo. I can cash out using both. I do feel the difference going from not using the tapping L2 to tapping L2. So you can definitely feel the difference. I'm gonna lock that in. This build is gonna be bananas. The ball handling is gonna be 87 overall. 87 ball handling at 99.0. We don't have to worry. We don't factor in 99.9s here because they're not gonna be that good. They're gonna be very hard to maintain and you don't unlock any extra animations for getting to 99.9 like you do at 99, 98, etc. So he'll be able to speed boost at 98 overall, which is good. So you don't have to get to 99 to be able to speed boost. And then in game, you'll have a 91 ball handling. As a secondary ball handler, what more could you ask for, right? I mean, Jesus Christ. So pass accuracy, 86. This is 4 underneath my current rating in 2K20 with the floor general and all that. So what? I had a 90 in 2K20, drop it down 4 to 86. I should still be good, right? Right. So moving on to what's most important here, the lockdown portion. The thing that you're going to be doing almost every single possession is playing hard-nosed defense. Your perimeter defense is going to be at a 95 when it's all said and done. When you kick in that defensive leader plus being at 99 overall, perimeter defense and lateral quickness will be at 95. That's great. When you start to head towards Takeover, as we know, Takeover is a gradual type of thing. You're going to be fine. You get up to 96, 97, 98, and then boom, you'll be at 99. So that's going to be great. Your steal is technically, when you're in game, you're going to be at 101. So this is going to be great. Steal says 93 on the screen here. The steal is going to be a great. Now the blocks and the offensive rebounds, because you're going to have an 88 vertical, you know, plus the Gatorade, right? You get your Gatorade boost. You're going to be at, I forgot what that was called. Where you don't have to go to the gym anymore. I forget what it's called. Let me know in the comments what it's called. I forgot. But yeah, you'll be able to get to a 92 vert. You should be able to snag offensive boards if you're in position, you know, to run in there and grab it, you know, on your Russell Westbrook vibes. But your defensive rebound is going to be an 86 when you get to 99 plus the floor general. I mean, plus defensive leader. So this build is an A+++, win-win-win, secondary ball handler as well as primary lockdown. Your takeover, you're gonna get 3 options. I made this mistake in 2K20 on a different build. I put playmaking. Don't do that. You're the secondary ball handler. You're probably gonna score more than you assist, really. So don't worry about that. You're gonna choose between lockdown and slasher, but honestly, you have one job to do and one job only. That is to play defense on ball. So you're gonna get the lockdown badge. You get, you know, plus 10 to your perimeter defense and lateral quickness and steal. You're gonna be a god out there. The offense will come to you. The defense, you're gonna be locking down. So for the very last part of this video, they call this a two-way slasher. You know, you get your recommendations of Baron Davis, John Wall, De'Aaron Fox. I don't really know about that De'Aaron Fox. His defense is not quite like mine. But yeah, that's what you get. I will be streaming all through 2K21. That will be through Twitch, like I said earlier. And yeah, Bowman 9000, make sure you subscribe and follow me on Twitter. All the same, Google me, Bowman 9000. We out of here. Peace.